The first thing that you never want to do is cut your process. If you have a process in place, you don't want to cut that. If anything, you want to add something to your process to make you more efficient. All right, let's just be honest. We all pretty much buy material at the same price. We all pretty much pay about the same labor per person. I mean, if you're in business and you're good at all, you're paying your people a competitive rate. We all try to make about the same amount of profit. So how do you separate yourself? Efficiencies. You have to be efficient. So what we're doing at Empire, it's been proven, and I've read it in the book Good to Great. I read an incident about a steel mill that what they did is they just got more efficient and they won at the end of the day. I'm doubling down on training. I'm actually bringing the guys in. I've done it for 3 Fridays in a row. I'm bringing in a lot of my key guys out of the field and paying them to sit in a 2-hour class with me, and we're talking about efficiencies and what to do to be more efficient and how to be more efficient in the field in what we're doing, because that's what you're going to win. That's how you're going to win. You're not going to win by buying material at an astronomically better price. It's not going to happen. To build 100 feet of whatever it is, let's just say fence, for instance, 100 feet of fence, it takes this much material. We all have to bid the same. You can't skimp on that. Nothing you can do there. We all want to make about the same amount of profit. And if you don't, if you cut your profit, eventually you won't be around to be more efficient. Because if you're not making money, you're not going to sustain this downturn. If you can improve your efficiencies, you can win more jobs, therefore make more profit. The idea is to be profitable. We're not cutting margins. We're not cutting overhead. We are looking around and trying to see if there's anything we can be more lean about, but we do that annually. We do that whether it's an up economy or a down economy. And I guess maybe it's just a farm kid in me that says, let's be lean all the time. But we don't cut our process. We believe that we have a proven process in how we do it, and we love what we do. Being more efficient leads to more profit. So more training, spending a little bit of your profit on training is a key thing to do. Doubling down on training is what we're doing. We're choosing to do that. I'm taking some of the profits that I've had in my reserve. I would hope that everybody has a little bit of a cash reserve. And if you're just getting started going, you should be lean enough already that you don't have all the overhead expenses that I have. We have a lot of overhead expenses. We have 7 buildings now that we're paying for, so we have a lot of expenses. But we've done really well over the last few years, and we have a little bit of a rainy day fund. But I'm not going to spend that on building new buildings and growing. I'm going to spend it on efficiencies. I'm going to spend it on training. I'm going to spend it on making sure my guys have a new pair of boots. I'm making sure that my guys have a new winter coat. I'm taking good care of my people, because the last thing you need is to go into a tough economy like we're in right now and all of a sudden start cutting on some stuff for your guys, because trust me, your competitor right over there is love to pick them up. Don't cut on that. Don't cut on your process. Don't cut on training. If you do anything, accelerate your efficiencies. I feel horrible that some of these startup companies are going through what they're going through right now. But I started in 2009. Started this business in 2009. 2010 was awful. 2011 wasn't much better. 2012 still didn't really make any big profit, and I was naive in thinking that I could buy material better than somebody else because I was just starting to grow. I was hitting that $3 million mark, and I was like, oh my gosh, we get some buying power now. Hooey. We all buy about the same price. Trust me, that great big guy that buys a truckload of material, if he's not paying cash for that, I'm willing to bet he's using his line of credit on that, which is at 8% interest. When in 2012, that was at 4.5% interest. So if you borrow $1 million buying material to try to get a competitive edge, are you really getting a competitive edge? Or are you better to let your distributor carry it? These are things that we're sorting out as business owners, right? The absolute #1 thing is loving on your guys. Love on your guys, and they'll be more efficient. If they are running for the rider and not the whip, you're gonna be more efficient. So that's the number one key to efficiency, is taking good care of your guys. Sending them that text message at the end of the day saying, hey, I hope we had a great day. I'm gonna stop by tomorrow, bring some Gatorades by, and see how things are going. That is an easy way to be more efficient. And if anybody out there says, well, how does that lead to efficiency? Then you're probably not cut out to be an entrepreneur, especially in today's world where we need to be empathetic. We have to have empathy for our people. You have to. Otherwise, you're not going to win. It's proven time and time again. Look around at the companies that are squabbling and fighting. Most of them are running for the whip, not the rider. Another great way that I would say to do efficiency is to invest in knowledge for your people. Get them to training courses, get them to classes, send them YouTube videos. If I see a video on how somebody's doing something a little bit different, I send it out to my whole entire team and I say, hey, what do you think about this? Let's talk about it. I think it's great. We don't need to reinvent the wheel. There's guys out there in our industry helping us create new ideas and new stuff. And don't be afraid to try them. Now, that doesn't mean go and redo the whole entire process. By seeing something, we went to the no-dig systems. We don't dig very many holes at all anymore on our fence. Almost everything is pounded. It's easier on the guys. They don't have to carry those 80-pound bags of concrete. We don't have to worry about concrete failing. It's just a better way of doing fence. It's not the way your granddad built fence, but it's the way we need to build fence today to be more efficient. Set yourself apart in a down economy. Do things a little bit different. So we started doing this thing where we now set our appointments on the 5s. We will meet you at 3:05. We'll meet you at 3:55. We'll meet you at 3:25. We'll meet you at 3:35. Do things a little bit different so you automatically stick in their brain just a little bit. In a down economy, you have to figure out what sets you apart from everybody else. Something as simple as setting an appointment on the 5s. We don't do it on the 15. We don't do it on the 45. But we like to set a meeting at 2:05 or at 8:05. I even do my production meetings now at 6:05 because my guys will remember that 6:05. They'll say, hey, are you going to be at the 6:05? Yep, I'll see you at the 6:05. All right, 6:05. It's a different meeting. They all know what that one special meeting is. But even your clients they'll almost laugh when you say, hey, can we meet at 3:05? And they'll be like, well, 3 o'clock doesn't work. Well, just like 3:05. It builds that little bit of something different. Don't be afraid to be a little bit different. Don't go crazy and obscure. By the way, this all came to me off of a tea time. I remember my tea times. Why do I remember my tea times? Because it's on an odd amount of time. So my challenge for everybody out there, you want to be more efficient. 1, I would love it if people would sign up and use mySalesman. But 2, set your appointments on the 5s. Do a 9:05 meeting. Don't do a 9 o'clock meeting. And I do it because I want you to remember me. I want you to know that I'm a little bit different and that I want to be important. I want that 8:37 meeting to be important to you. So all of a sudden I realized, holy cow, even my people will be more on time to a 7:05 meeting than they will a 7 o'clock meeting. Well, why is that? I don't know. I don't know if it's human nature or I don't know if it's the fact that we think that it's a more precise time than 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock is maybe a 7-ish, but 6:05 is an exact time. It's working for us, and it's been working for a couple years now, and I didn't even realize that it was working. So my advice during the downtime is be a little bit different. Set your meetings on the 5s.